Begin in Allah's name, the Beneficent, the Merciful, and all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us this life and making us who we are and blessing us with this month of Ramadan in which much mercy has descended upon us and for the human race. It is the month in which the Quran was revealed. It is the month in which Allah has prescribed upon us fasting so that we can improve in our abilities to fight off the evil inclinations in order for us to elevate our standards and ourselves for this world and the next world. And Allah has created us with two major components, the material component and the spiritual component. It's very important for us to know that these two components coexist within us, and it is very important that we do not deprive either one of its due. There are those who become very spiritual and they give up their material pursuits. And then there are those who are very material and they give up their spiritual pursuits. Both are actually wrong. That is not what Allah has created us for. When we hear the story that we should be self-annihilating, we hear this fana of the self in order to merge with Allah. These metaphorical conversations need to be clarified, otherwise people will misunderstand them. Self-annihilation is not totality of self-annihilation. It is the annihilation of the evil inclinations that should be annihilated, not the good ones. Our material desires should be nurtured and we should go after them. Allah says, قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي أَخْرَجَ لِعِبَادِهِ وَالطَّيِّبَاتِ مِنَ الرِّزْقِ. Who has made the good things of this world haram for you? Allah says they are for you in this world, and they are exclusively for the believers in the next world. So Allah has not forbidden that. So we must, when we discuss in these important nights, how do we balance? Because the religion of Islam, if there is one word besides the very profound words that should come to the front of our thoughts and our tongues when we're asked, what is Islam? Okay, in the simplest of ways, when someone says, what is Islam? The word itself should be sufficient. It invokes the principal word called peace. Salam. You will find nothing resonates better with our hearts and the human race, even on the social front. Even if you're running for politics, the word peace is the most attractive word. It causes people to imagine it. It causes people to support such individuals, and we're all looking for peace. Not only social, political peace, but internal peace. The one that gives me tranquility. We call it tranquility, sukoon. You see, Allah says, هُوَ الَّذِي أَنزَلَ السَّكِينَةَ فِي قُلُوبِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِيمَانًا مَعَ إِيمَانِهِمْ. He it is who sends tranquility into the hearts of believers. هُوَ الَّذِي أَنزَلَ السَّكِينَةَ فِي قُلُوبِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And He increases their faith upon their faith. لِيَزْدَادُوا إِيمَانًا مَعَ إِيمَانِهِمْ. So imagine this verse, the last part. لِيَزْدَادُوا إِيمَانًا مَعَ إِيمَانِهِمْ implies that you and I can claim to be believers. We can claim that we have faith. But the Quran is saying that there is an evolution, a growth in faith. إِيمَانًا مَعَ إِيمَانِهِمْ. Meaning, even if you have faith, there's always room to gain more faith. It's very important on that to understand. But in summary, we have material and spiritual. We must teach ourselves and our children and our generations that both are critical and important, and they should not be neglected. Our desire to become wealthy, our desire to live in good homes and have fine cars and fine clothes, and to be sophisticated and to use advanced technologies is not forbidden in Islam. It is encouraged. Today, the advancements of what we have, look at our cars today. They've become much more sophisticated than they ever were. If you look at the early times when Ford engineered the car, those cars were very dangerous to drive on the road. They had very minimal safety measures. Today, cars are designed to also auto-drive. They're still perfecting that art. But if the desire for those things did not exist, if there was no economy for that, if there were no people demanding such technologies, then we would be inhibiting progress materially. So to want sophisticated things and to want entities that the average doesn't have is not forbidden in Islam. And Allah proves that to us through His Prophet Sulaiman. You notice Sulaiman in his period of time was so wealthy and so advanced in his technology that he rivaled all societies. Now he's a prophet of Allah, and Allah reveres him in the Quran. Allah blesses Sulaiman with much honor in the Quran. And Allah says we gave him much wealth and much power, to the extent that when he invites the Queen of Sheba, she was stunned by his palace. The floor of his palace was made of glass. Even in today's world, you don't have homes with glass floors generally. They're very expensive to build. But Sulaiman had it. Sulaiman had surveillance systems more sophisticated than the drones that we have today. His surveillance was a living creature, a bird, who could fly and not only go see something in distant land, but come back and tell him what they were doing wrong. Which drone today can do that? Which drone can come and tell you that they're obeying Allah and disobeying Allah? Hudhud, who was the bird of Sulaiman, would come back and tell Sulaiman that there's a queen who's worshipping the sun. He was more advanced than we are today. So such advancements are not forbidden in Islam. It's the negative advancements that we must be careful about. It's the ones that can cause destruction within our societies that we need to be vigilant about and to say, no, we will not allow such advancements, because ethically they will violate the principal notion of peace. Peace. So when someone asks us, what is Islam? Tell them it's peace. It's submission to the Almighty. But another word you and I should use, it's balance. Islam is a religion of balance. When someone asks you, what is Islam? In the function of peace, is that you can't have peace unless you have balance. When you have extremism, you lack peace. If you look at the physics of the universe, you will notice it's constantly moving towards a balance. Everything in chemistry is trying to balance itself. In physics, it's balancing itself. When we look within our body and you have free radicals in your body, it's destructive. Free radicals are a result of, atoms that are loosely destroying our bodies. So we take antioxidants in order to neutralize free radicals so that there's a balance in the body. When we eat, there should be a balance. Excessive eating is dangerous. Allah in the Quran says, "Kulu washrabu wa la tusrifu. Innahu la yuhibbul musrifin." Eat, drink. Don't overdo it. He doesn't like it when you overdo it. It's harmful to you. So when we say, what should I indulge in this world? Allah says, everything that is halal for you, but don't overdo it. It's harmful to you because the physics of the universe demands balance. And if you create an imbalance, it will come back and throw you off your extremism, and it will force a balance. The law of nature. Allah is merciful. Allah in the Quran in Surah Ar-Rahman says, Surah Ar-Rahman, وَأَقِيمُوا الْوَزْنَ بِالْقِسْطِ وَلَا تُخْسِرُوا الْمِيزَانِ. Maintain the balance and don't tip the balance. Allah says we made the universe in balance. Maintaining balance. Justice. تَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. تَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. Maintain justice. Maintain truthfulness. Maintain balance. You will find the most powerful principles of Islam is built on the principles of balance. Our children, when they come and ask us to do something, and we know it's not good for them, don't just say no to them. Say no with another option. Give them an alternative when you say no. The child, when they are told no, it's extremism in their head. You are extreme, they say. And that's right. That perception appears to be extreme. It's prohibitive. Sadly, I question a lot of youth around the world and